I started buying eco-friendly products to be wary of my cat's health, and it doesn't matter because she causes mass destruction either way. Hey besties, and welcome back to Sustainability Sunday, where every Sunday I teach you how to be a little bit more sustainable without hugely changing your life or breaking the bank. If I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. We are in a recession. That means money's tight for everyone. Everyone. Of course, this means that businesses are out here promoting save the planet. It'll be better for you. This is all eco-friendly. Spend the money once, you'll never have to spend it again. And people are falling for the trap. I've talked before about greenwashing. I've talked before about all these supposedly sustainable and eco-friendly things that I personally won't buy. Now I'm gonna tell you what traps not to fall into. These are the eco-friendly products that you should not buy. Also, eco-friendly does not always mean sustainable. I know that I always say that. People just don't listen to me. Eco-friendly does not always mean sustainable, and sustainable does not always mean eco-friendly. And a lot of these I can factually speak on because I have spent my money on these. Number one, bamboo cutlery. And I think I've said good things about this in the past, actually. I've got this little travel cutlery set that, in theory, should chill in my purse and I should take with me when I go out places. But I don't remember to. The problem with bamboo cutlery or travel metal straws, it has to be washed as soon as you use it. So what, you're just gonna throw a dirty reusable straw or dirty cutlery right back into your purse? That's, again, if you remember to bring it with you in the first place, which most people, especially if you're like me, I have ADHD, I won't remember to bring it with me. Is it a great idea in theory? Absolutely. I see what they were thinking. But let's be realistic here. Are you going to remember to take it with you whenever you leave the house? Are you going to have it on you when you need it? If not, that's a waste of money. In that same vein, this is for the average consumer, not for people that are very into it. Reusable chopsticks. Nice quality reusable chopsticks. I have a few pairs. In my defense, I have bought 0 of them. I got some as a gift from one of my friends. I got some, back when we cleaned out my dad's house, he had some. So I have quite a few pairs. I have not bought any of them. But how often do you use chopsticks? When you order Chinese food, you use it to eat the Chinese food? Sometimes. But I mean, how often are you ordering Chinese food or making it at home? I feel like chopsticks are a part of the ordering Chinese food experience, but they give you chopsticks. And even if you say you don't want them, they give them to you anyways. Why do you have your own? Now again, this is for the average consumer. If you are from a cultural background where you actually do use chopsticks, that does not apply to you. But for the average person, for the average consumer, how often do you really use chopsticks? Is it worth it? By buying one very nice pair of chopsticks, is that going to offset them tossing the disposable ones in every single time that you order Chinese food regardless? Biodegradable trash bags. I hate to break this to you, but biodegradable trash bags generally aren't actually biodegradable. Not in a landfill, at least. They have to be composted a certain way for them to actually break down. So honestly, you're just spending extra money on something that there's no real difference. Just buy the normal trash bag instead of the biodegradable ones. Honestly, the biodegradable ones won't break down anyways, so don't waste your money on them. This is my Stanley. I love my Stanley. I love my Stanley for around the house and for when I worked an office job. I don't love the Stanley for going places. If you don't know, I don't drive. I am a passenger princess through and through. It fits perfectly in the cup holder. However, I walk a lot of places because I don't drive. This, not fun to walk with. I'd much rather just have a leak-proof water bottle that I can toss into a tote bag. Everyone has a Stanley. But at this point, you have a reusable leak-proof water bottle somewhere. And if you don't, the thrift store has plenty of them. Again, yes, I do like my Stanley. I do drink more water around the house out of my Stanley, but it's not necessary. I have leak-proof water bottles that I actually bring out places with me. My Stanley is now just an around the house cup. It was an office cup when I had an office job though. I will give it that. For the love of God, please do not buy a zero waste starter kit. I am begging you. Because I can guarantee you that almost everything in that zero waste starter kit, you already have. You don't need to go and spend money on it. I've looked at a few different zero waste starter kits online. Most of them are the same thing. It'll be bamboo utensils, which I'm already telling you, you won't remember, so what's the point? It'll be mason jars. Plot twist, you can use just about any food storage jar that you already have. Do you see this? This is a jar of minced garlic. You can tell, it says minced garlic on it. It's garlic. It's a perfect size jar. See? Here's an empty one. I don't keep the lid because I cannot get the garlic smell out of the lid to save my life. So why do I still have an empty jar? These are my glass straws. I do like glass straws. I will not encourage metal straws. I love glass straws. Perfect storage for my glass straws. I could have used a mason jar to store them, but instead, I already had this jar. I finished the garlic and I washed out the jar. What else goes into these kits? Tote bags? I'm sure that you have plenty of tote bags. Go to any free event and there will be brands giving out tote bags. Specific cleaning rags? Okay. Do you have an old shirt or old sweats that are falling apart? Boom. Cut it up and you have rags. You already have everything that these kits are trying to sell you. Stop wasting your money on these things. On that note, eco-friendly cleaning products. I've gone on my spiel about how vinegar can do just about anything. And I will die on that hill, by the way. White vinegar can do just about anything when it comes to cleaning. You can use your own normal Dawn and make your own Dawn power wash. You can DIY most things when it comes to cleaning, but one thing that I will never get behind, get this one rag and every time that you clean, your glass will be streak free. Somebody around you has newspaper. Even if you have to ask in a buy nothing group, hey, does anyone have newspaper? Someone will offer you newspaper. Local businesses have the newspaper, and I don't mean for sale, no. I mean, if you go to a business and you say, hey, do you happen to have newspaper that you're getting rid of? I can almost guarantee that they will. Don't ask me why businesses still get the paper delivered, but they do for some reason. Nothing creates a better, more streak-free shine than balled up newspaper, and I will die on that hill. I think it's Clorox, it might be Lysol, one of them sells wipes that are supposed to be free and clear and safe. Imagine free and clear detergent, but as a cleaning wipe. To me, that doesn't make sense. To me, it's a normal wipe that they've just removed the scent from. There's nothing that's, you know, extra safe and natural about it. But you know who they get to jump on that bandwagon? Honestly, moms. People with kids, people with pets. They get people that care about the planet, but mostly people that want a safe house and want to make sure that chemicals aren't harming their children. But there's no difference with those wipes. Literally, only difference between these natural, better for you, free and clear wipes is there's no scent. It's the exact same cleaning ingredients. Literally, just make a cleaning ingredient at home. White vinegar, alcohol to sterilize, maybe a little bit of Dawn just for funsies, because I'm a big Dawn girl, and I can guarantee you that's going to be safer than these miscellaneous wipes. I'm not saying the wipes are a bad thing, but they're not sustainable, they're not great for the environment. At the end of the day, they still won't actually decompose the way that they might claim that they do. Collapsible cups. I know that that's a hot take and that people haven't necessarily seen them, but I know they are a thing in the eco-friendly community. People will take collapsible coffee cups, toss them in their purse. Awesome, like it's great in theory to have a cup on you, but how difficult is that to clean? I have a collapsible funnel. It came with my spice jars. This in and of itself is nearly impossible to clean. And this is open on both sides. A cup is not. I know how difficult this is to clean. I can't imagine how difficult a collapsible cup is to clean. Like, are you people crazy? How do you clean that? I don't understand. This might be just a personal grudge, but beeswax wraps are something I will never do. I personally don't think that they're worth the money. I don't think that they seal well. I don't want wax getting all over my food, if that makes sense. But also, for me, it's a personal thing. I'm a vegan. I won't take anything that comes from bees. So like, I kind of hate that the eco-friendly community is all, oh yay, beeswax, because like, hi, me, no. Also allergic to bees. I got stung once in my life and I passed out. So like, I don't risk it with anything that comes from bees. How many people do you know that are allergic to bees? So like, why would you be getting beeswax? Granted, I don't know if that allergy translates to beeswax, but I'm not risking that. But from everything that I have heard about beeswax wraps, it doesn't seal very well and it wears out very quickly. So why waste your money on that when literally you can just get normal food storage containers? I know I say that like the plastic Rubbermaid ones aren't the best, but you probably have them. If you don't have them, the thrift store has them, for sure. I can tell you that because I go to the thrift store all the time and I see them all the time. Are the plastic food containers the most sustainable option? No. but they last a lot longer than the beeswax wraps will. And with plastic containers, you don't really have the same chance of someone being allergic to bees and having a reaction. So like, that's also a plus. Listen, I'm not gonna waste money on products that bill themselves as being eco-friendly. They come in a fancy glass jar and then you just buy the refill. Okay, so that's a thing that exists. That's fine if you like that. You know what I like to do? Let me show you. This jar had Clorox wipes in it. Is it sustainable? No, but I got them when I moved into this apartment. It's now empty. I'm using it to store other things in. That is sustainable. Reusing the packaging that something came in, that's sustainable. Buying refills, yes, that is sustainable. I do agree. If you buy refills and you refill packaging that you already own, that is more sustainable, but don't buy a product that comes in the fancy container just because, oh, it comes in a fancy container and then I can buy refills for it. My friend just bought me a new shampoo and conditioner because I've been having an allergic reaction to one of my shampoos. And it comes in bags instead of in bottles because they're supposed to be refills. My other friend works at Lush. She's getting me empty Lush shampoo bottles for me to fill. Oh, Maya, like you can do that because your friend works there and can get you the empty bottles. Yeah. Do you have empty shampoo bottles? I can't use mine because A, there's still shampoo and conditioner in them, which I'm giving to my fiance because I'm having an allergic reaction to them. But even if I felt like just dumping it, which I wouldn't, but even if I did, a product that I was having an allergic reaction to was in that bottle. I'm not gonna reuse a bottle that I had an allergic reaction to the product. But if I had empty shampoo bottles, yeah, I would just reuse those. All that to say that I didn't need to buy the fancy bottle of this shampoo and conditioner that I have the bag refills of. I didn't need to buy the bottle that it comes in originally. I'm perfectly fine with just using the refill in a different bottle. So using what you have first. Don't waste your money on things just to have them. New electronics. Everyone wants a new iPhone. The new iPhone just came out. Everyone's like, ooh, the new iPhone. A, battery life is so much better, so I don't need to charge it as often. Why are you getting a new phone? Why are you getting a new phone? You don't need a new phone. You're creating waste by getting rid of your phone. My 13 Pro is still kicking just fine. Don't get me wrong, do I think that a new phone would be fun? Yeah, but I don't need one. That's just a waste of money at this point. My phone is perfectly fine. On that note though, eco-friendly phone cases, what's the difference? What's the difference? My phone case says right on it is made from 65% recycled material. I'm okay with that. But honestly, at the end of the day, it's more sustainable to just have a phone case. You just keep on your phone, you don't switch out. Imagine if I had 10 different phone cases that I swapped out on my phone. That's not sustainable. Having one that's been on my phone since I got it is sustainable. I feel like every time I turn around, there's something else that's being marketed as, get this more sustainable, more eco-friendly thing. And 90% of the time, it's not. 90% of the time, it's just overconsumption. 90% of the time, TikTok just wants you to buy things. Amazon just wants you to buy things. Full transparency. I have an Amazon storefront. I'm an Amazon creator. Yes, I make money if you buy things off Amazon through my link. But I'm not going to be promoting you to buy things that you don't need. I'm not gonna tell you buy things that you already have at your house. Yes, when you buy things through my link, I get a commission. But I'm not going to say, oh, you need this new sustainable product, buy it on Amazon, here's the link, when I don't think that you need it. I'm not gonna tell you, oh, you need to go and buy mason jars immediately, here's the link, buy mason jars on Amazon. Do I have mason jars? Yes. Do I use mason jars all the time? Yes. One of my favorite things about mason jars actually is the measurements on it. I use it as a measuring cup. So yes, I have mason jars. I got little guys and big guys. I can use them both as measuring cups, or sometimes I use them as cups, normal cups. This is for whenever I make tea. I make it in one of these big boys. This is for when I make iced coffee. I make it in one of these little guys. I use my mason jars a lot. One thing I'm not gonna do is tell you that you need to go out and buy them. I'm sure that there's plenty of jars at your house that you can reuse. And there's plenty of things like that. I'm not going to say you need this pots and pan set because it's more eco-friendly. What is that, the green pan or whatever they try to sell? I have an always pan that I love. I have a set of Carotte pots and pans that I got on a super sale, and they're bright yellow. So I kind of love them because they were bright yellow, and I like having more than just one pan. I will say cast iron I will always recommend. I will always recommend Lodge cast iron. That is definitely more eco-friendly, and that is something that I do genuinely believe that everybody should own. And if you do want Lodge cast iron, that will be linked to my Amazon storefront, just saying. But I'm not going to tell you you need to buy XYZ when you probably already have it. Or you have something that'll work perfectly fine. I love my air fryer, I use it every day. I'm not going to tell you, you need to buy this exact air fryer. If you have an air fryer already, awesome. If you don't, a lot of things can just be tossed in the oven. I'm not going to pretend that that isn't true. But every time I open Instagram or every time I open TikTok, it's you need this sustainable product, comment this word to get the link sent to you. Every single time. The link is an Amazon link. They don't even tell you what exactly the product is called. It's just, this is more sustainable, you need this, it'll change your life. And most of the time, you don't need it. Most of the time, it's something that you already have, something that'll work perfectly fine. Oh, you need these produce bags. Okay, cool. A produce bag, not a bad idea, if you remember it. Oh, you need all these reusable bags, like get all these tote bags so you can color code things. A, will you remember them? And B, they give them out for free at events. Brands just give out free bags all the time. Why do you need to buy specifically from your link these color-coded ones? You don't. Unless you have ADHD, in which case maybe you do need color coding. I know I have certain organization needs with my ADHD and my neurodivergence. Don't buy things just because you think you need them, or because a content creator tells you that you need them, or a blog tells you that you need it, or something tells you that you need this to be sustainable and eco-friendly. 90% of the time, it's not true. Oh, swap to, bamboo toothbrushes. Your normal toothbrush is still just fine, and if you just throw it out, that's not sustainable. Use it until you need to replace it. Getting a replacement just to get a replacement is a waste. That's straight up a waste of money. You're throwing away your money. Eco-friendly cleaners are a load of crap, and they just remove the scent. Eco-friendly most things are a load of crap, if I'm being 100% honest with you. I talk in my greenwashing video about what certifications to look for. There's certain ways that you can tell if a product is actually better for the planet. Look into those. Learn about greenwashing. Learn about what is actually sustainable and what is not. Learn about what's actually bad for the planet and what's actually good for the planet. I'll tell you, wanting to be sustainable and wanting to be eco-friendly, that's half the battle in and of itself. Once you've made that decision, if you're watching videos like this, if you're doing research like this, you've already made a huge change. Just the decision to live this lifestyle, huge decision and huge progress. Remember, at the end of the day, it's the little things that you do that make the biggest impact. It's making sure to recycle and recycling things the proper way. It's not over-consuming. Not under-consuming. There's a difference between being eco-friendly and sustainable and under-consuming, but mindfully consuming. It's about not creating excessive waste. At the end of the day, sustainability is about creating less waste, and I'm about saving you money, but that's the point. We're in a recession. Save money. Don't buy things to try to be more sustainable. You've already made the decision. You already have a huge impact just by deciding to be more sustainable. Just create less waste. That's the first step. Make small changes as you go. You don't need to invest all this money in all these products because they're probably not worth it. If you do want me to do videos talking about any specific sustainable or eco-friendly products, let me know. I have a lot of them. I have tried out a lot of them. I can tell you what's worth the money and what is not, and most of it's not. I hate to tell you, but most of it is not. Have you invested in any eco-friendly or sustainable product that you regret buying? Let me know. I would love to hear what eco-friendly product you think just straight is not worth it, because there's a lot of them. If you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It helps a lot more than you know. Make sure to subscribe. I put out new videos every Wednesday, Sunday, and then alternating Mondays and Fridays. Every Sunday is Sustainability Sunday. So if you're here for sustainability, come back every Sunday. We have fun. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
I don't know, but I've been told the world outside is oh so cold. So cold.